Hey everyone, SW Nation here. This is just a short clip from my podcast. It's called Irregular Podcast, and that link is down in the description and in the comment section. This is a great movie. I really love this movie, and this is our longest podcast to date. So go over there to the regular podcast. It's anything but.
How do we know the good guys from the bad guys?
If they're shooting at you, they're bad.
So after the mixed reception of Iron Man 3 and that somewhat enjoyable movie of Thor: The Dark World, but that movie was pretty bad, Marvel had this kind of rocky road. It was like they wasn't making new movies anymore.
Yeah.
They wasn't making good movies anymore like that. And then they also had like a movie called Guardians of the Galaxy on the horizon. Like, how was they gonna make a movie about a talking tree
Like
and
they
a
just took a
raccoon
hit.
work?
They just took a big hit.
Exactly.
They had to get
But
back
then,
up.
but then out of nowhere, Winter Soldier dropped like a bomb.
Bro,
this-
left, right combo on the Dark
This
World
is
numbers.
a quality film. This is a quality film.
First
I
quality
love this
film
movie.
in a while.
Exactly. I think since the Avengers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or at least not even counting the team up movies since Iron Man.
This is the first movie that I felt like reminds me of where we are currently in the Marvel movies.
It's
Exactly.
the definitive superhero movie.
Exactly. It's like
Definitive
it's like the Dark
superhero
Knight.
movie.
It's like the Dark Knight. It's on the same scales of Civil War and Dark Knight. I
I'd
swear
say
to
it's a
God,
definitive
so good.
sequel.
Yeah.
This is how you follow up a movie, especially with First
Yeah.
Avenger.
This is the best sequel out of any Marvel movie.
Yeah. The best. Well, no.
Out of
Well, out
each
of any
main
MCU
trilogy.
movie.
Yeah. The
Well,
main trilogy.
I said that
the
last
best.
night.
Yeah, the best second movie out of the trilogy.
This is the best, follow up in trilogy. Usual Dark World. Dark World was it was better than the original, but it wasn't
Yeah.
great. Iron Man
Yeah.
2, mixed receptions. I think it was
Just
good.
like Iron Man 3.
You disagree? Yeah. So
Yeah.
Iron Man's trilogy, he's done. Thor's, he's got one more movie, and then Cap's second movie. No, after such a mixed reception with First Avenger, I'm pretty sure not a lot of people like that movie.
Is that because Captain America was like this Boy Scout? You can't really relate to somebody that's like always good.
Yeah.
And then in his world, it's like Nazis are bad. These are the good guys. The soldiers are the good guys. So it's very black and white. And then we get into this world where it's just like, who's the villain? We don't know who's the villain because
like, as
everyone's
Nick Fury says in the movie, don't trust anyone. The government,
Exactly.
he's so used to, the government's right. Fight for your country.
order. Exactly.
And then, he realizes he's a soldier. He follows orders. And then he realizes the people behind those orders are not good people. And
So it's very
people that
hard
he's
for
been
him to
fighting.
like, be inside of a world where you're like, you don't know who's the villain.
Yeah.
Anybody can deceive you. And that's one of the things that I really like about the movie is because, Hydra planted a seed inside of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm-hmm.
and you don't know who's good or who's not.
Like, as I'm pretty sure Steve had a line in Avengers where he said, I went in the ice, the world was a war, and when I came up, people told me we'd won. And, just imagine the shock, the thing, Hydra is still around, the thing that you sacrificed your life, your friends.
Exactly. The love of your life for. You was about to get some pull later that night and you sacrificed yourself.
And then
Just great stuff.
realizing all these years later, they're still around, and not only they're the people lying to you as the good guys.
Exactly. Pulling the strings, making you go on different missions and stuff. That's just good stuff right there.
Like,
The
when
missions
Perfect.
that he's
soldiers-
doing ended up helping Hydra in the end. So you can't
Exactly.
Winter Soldier is like the first great movie out of all the meh we've seen since Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because, I'm trying to think. Yeah, Winter Soldier kind of expands his character into new and
Mhm.
different ways, This actually is the turning point for him. Like, should he trust the government or should he just go on
Yeah.
off by himself,
And the problem with Thor and Dark World is the Thor in the first Thor and then in Dark World, they seem like two very different people because you didn't see the character development at the end of Thor or at the beginning of Dark World. You saw that in Avengers.
he doesn't even have a character arc in Dark World.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
kind of with
I
Iron
didn't
Man
see it.
1 and 2, like in 1 he has an arc, but in 2 he kind of like fell back on that. But in
Yeah,
Winter Soldier, like he had such this arc in First Avenger where he was sacrificing his life and everything, and then that kind of like naturally progresses into his arc for this movie, where he's
exactly. He
willing to
still wants to
sacrifice
do
everything for
good.
Bucky.
I like that they introduced that he's actually trying to get used to the way the world is now. I
Yeah,
like that
through the
beginning
list. Yeah,
because
through the list.
it really shows that he's trying and he's like a real person.